Welcome back to the channel, and a quick one while I'm working on materials for Italian knives, which I bought and brought back home. This is a set which was brought to me to sharpen. This goes into a used knife review type of series. So let's quickly look at those knives, their condition. This is as is. I did not sharpen them yet. Why we do those videos? Because we want to see what happens with knives down the road. Are they worth investing and so on? New customer. It's a family. They have few knives. They found me on Facebook. Locally brought few knives. They like to cook. He said it's his favorite knife. You probably can guess what it is. It's quite a popular knife. Although all the markings, everything here is so washed out and polished. It is a Victorinox knife. You will not be able to see all of those markings through the reflections. Also, this knife looks like someone was trying to sharpen that and also kind of like a polished that. I don't know why on the belt. I'll have one more conversation with them and as I sharpen that. But as you can see, like a wider portion here, some scratches here, and everything's washed out. Looks like this knife with the wooden handle goes into a dishwasher quite regularly. That's what I don't recommend, but a lot of people still do that. Also, I just forgot to mention, I heard many times from different people, especially chefs, that they like those knives. They are inexpensive. They are more or less well beat. The steel is not as good as upscale steels, but very easy to resharpen, good stainless qualities. That's what pretty much you need from steel if you don't care, if you're not a steel snob. But the handle, it's a very like a bulky handle, and I personally kind of like don't like those types of handles because you do get gaps here. And as you can see, especially for example here, you see that there is a gap in behind the blade where food will go for sure. In between the kind of handle, the scales, and the blade, there are also gaps, but I am surprised to see them not as big as it should be after you wash it several times in the dishwasher. So kind of not a knife for me. I know a lot of people like them still, but you see what you will get down the road. I wouldn't recommend it unless you absolutely ridiculously care about it. You probably good, but from a food safety point of view, those gaps, something I would say don't do. Also, another good thing, this customer brought all the knives in the protective sleeves, which is good for me. I don't have to make mine after I sharpen them. I usually make like a paper sleeve to return the knife. Here I'm just gonna use his sleeves. So great. Another big knife here. This company, I don't know what it is. First Street says high carbon molybdenum German steel X50, well-known steel, NSF certified. You should be able to see those markings, but it's made in China. The sticker was just here. I peeled it off, so I don't know. They used knife with the sticker. NSF certified. We talked about it on the channels. It means that food safety, national food safety, so safe to use in a professional environment. It should have no gaps. It should have all the food safe materials and blah blah blah. So very light Santoku knife with a very narrow dimplings, as you can see here. Very thin behind the edge. And by the way, that Victorinox was not very thin behind the edge. So so it should be good slicer, put it this way, from a working point of view. But this handle construction, I can't stand it. I know in professional kitchens, a lot of chefs, they like those bulky handles, but this one's not good. Like for the pinch grip, it's not good. It's like nothing. It's like for a hammer grip. I don't know, not good. So don't recommend it. Whatever the price, have no idea. Also, this is, believe it or not, this is Wusthof. I can barely read. anything which is left here. It says Solingen, Germany, blah blah blah, but I cannot find year and when it was made. Usually there's a month and year on most of the Wusthof knives. I just can't see that. I tried, I can't see this. And again, very similar damage, I should call it, to the previous knife. Someone tried to sharpen it, someone made a polishing behind the edge, someone scratched top portion here and there. There's a little bit of a damage on the tip. Knife is sharpened probably many times, and I see some, it's very thick behind the edge. I see some of the damage to that edge as well. Most likely it was sharpened through this, you know, this rotating chef's choice type of thing, because I see it going all the way here, not on the proper wheel or not on the proper stone or set. So I mean, from knife point of view, life cycle point of view, it holds very well. No gaps here on this plastic. The pins are still here. No damage here. No rust. Probably was dropped a few times. But from a blade point of view, this knife is kind of like, it's not a private knife which I would choose to do any job anymore. And of course it feels heavy. So again, Wusthof will hold, no rust, good handle. But if you sharpen it like this, if you do all of those stupid scratching and polishing on that blade, it's not presentable anymore. It's just wasted knife. Again, I don't know who did it, probably not the owners themselves. I just don't even want to ask. But what I would have to do, I would have to ask them, do they need maybe a satin finish restored, or maybe they want it to be polished, and then I would sharpen it, of course, and say, you know what, it probably does not worth investing money into this knife anymore, because it's a big one for, I don't know, breaking bones now, not a good knife. And finally, we have somebody's favorite brand, Cutco knives. They brought me this paring knife, and immediately what I can see, look at this ridiculous construction. This is the knife, this is the handle. Why would you need this handle on this type of knife? This is how I would hold it, and this is a waste. This is complete waste. So in terms of construction, as you can see, very simple construction. Again, no rust, no damage on this blade. I will quickly sharpen it. It doesn't really need a super good edge as I would do on other knives, but anyway, they brought it, they want it, I'll do it. Nice thing, by the way, I have no idea if this store is still operational. Is it somewhere in Massachusetts? I have to look it up. Very simple knife guard. It's just a plastic sleeve. New Preston kitchen goods, and many looks like many years ago this thing did cost $225. If you can get them for your knives now, I don't know where, those knife guards, they actually work very well. I highly recommend, if you store the knife in a drawer, use something like this, not the plastic one which wobbles, not the wooden one which wobbles. Something which holds your knife securely and does not damage the edge as you move it. So this is way better than some sheaths which come with the new knives, and you'll see those on my channel. I will go to that question a few more times with you, and we'll talk about knife sheaths. So thanks for watching. Just a little bit of information about those beautiful, wonderful knives, which I would need to sharpen now. Again, if you have questions on how those knives hold up or other questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for Italian knives on my channel. Bye.